This is Carl.
This is Kelly.
This is Hulk. And we're on the road with Merv.
On the road with Merv, adventures galore, exploring the world and so much more. Carl and Kelly, on this journey we go, all by our side, making anywhere home. On the road with Merv.
Okay, so today we are off to St. Joseph Peninsula State Park in St. Joe, Florida. We were originally planning on going to Lake, what was it called? Lake Lurleen up near Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And then we checked the weather forecast and it was going to be getting down into the teens at night for like 2 nights. So we thought, let's head south instead. So we're going back to Florida. This is sort of, as a friend said to me, oh, St. Joe, that's right in the crotch of Florida. So it's a little farther than Panama City, but it's still right there in the bend of Florida. So we are heading out. It's about 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's a holiday on Monday, so we'll have 2 days in Florida. We brought our electric bikes, so we'll be able to see some footage from there as well. So off we go. So we're somewhere in Florida right now. Kelly, do you know where we are in Florida?
No, we're in Callaway, Florida.
Callaway, Florida.
Yeah.
We're not too far away. We stopped at the Walmart because we needed to pick up a few groceries for dinner for tonight that we didn't have a chance to get, and get some charcoal. But while we stopped, I wanted to check the bicycles in the back, and oh, what a disaster. They had somehow managed to lean. They fell over on the bike rack. I got all kinds of cosmetic damage on mine. Kelly's is okay. She got a little bit of cosmetic damage on her seat. And I'm gonna have to do, I should have recorded it, but I was so flummoxed by the whole thing. And I don't know.
Different bike racks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to research some bike racks because this just might not be the right one. Oh. Hey, we made it to the site about, what time did we get here, Kelly? About 4 o'clock. It's incredibly clean. It's not very private. There's sort of neighbors all around, but the site itself is super clean. Hey, so here's this little gizmo I bought online. It's from a company called Splendida. I don't think that's who makes it. It just says camping lights, but that was the website that I bought it off of. And it's kind of interesting because if you just push the buttons, you'll see you can have different, this is one light feature, and then you can also have it be flashing, multicolor. You can have it solid blue, you can have it really bright, and then you can either hang it, or there's magnets here, so you can actually attach it to something. But that's not what's cool about it. What's cool about it is, I'm going to put it to this low level, and if I pull this out, and it's got a little handle here, like a winding handle, but if I pull this out, you'll see it's actually a string of lights, and it goes like 25 feet long. So I'm going to set this up quickly, and this will be the first time we've had outdoor lights, so here we go.
It's so lovely. Go inside? Are you calling me to go inside? Yeah.
We got the burgers going. How are they looking, Kelly?
They look good. Who doesn't like a burger cooked over charcoal?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Look how clean this grill is. It's almost like nobody's, I mean, this is the fire pit actually, because the grates are the same as on the grill. So we thought, well, let's just do it in the fire pit because we'll have fire later anyway.
Yeah, it's super nice. So clean.
So clean. Like I literally felt bad putting charcoal in here and getting it dirty.
No.
Let's get that cheese melting. That's my vegetarian sausage. Okay, here's the end result. We made some beans and rice, and I've got my veggie sausage there, and then Kelly got her burger.
Yep.
And some beans and rice there. Hers look a lot nicer than mine. Mine's covered in hot sauce now. And that's it. And Hulk just had his dinner, so he's happy too. And then we're gonna go out after this, and we'll have a campfire and try to keep warm. It's gonna get down to 43 degrees tonight, but it's really warm in here because I've got the little Aldi heater running. All right, so we had our nice fire, and we're getting ready to go to bed. It's still a little bit early. I think we'll probably do a little reading or maybe watch a bit of television before we nod off. But I wanted to show we have some new sleeping setup that we recently got for Christmas. This is the first time. This is, I guess this, you'd say this is our inaugural sleep on these what they're called disco beds. So the way, well, Hulk's on mine right now. The way we set this up when Hulk is here, he sleeps in the middle between us. Supposed to be over there, not on my pillow. And then we have these, which are not sleeping bags. They actually open up, and you've got a memory foam mattress underneath, and then a blanket, little comforter on top. And then Kelly has hers opens on that side, so you don't get stuck in there like a sleeping bag. And then they just, in the morning, you just roll them up, put them away, easy peasy, right? So it's pretty chilly outside. I do have the Aldi heater on. It's not cold in here. I'm actually wearing short sleeves, but I just turned this little heater on as well. Obviously we have power, so it's easy to do. And that'll crank this place. I'm sure I'm gonna have to shut that down before I go to bed because I have it on the low setting and it is kicking off a lot of heat right now. It's completely safe. Nothing gets too hot. Has a tip over shut off. In fact, if I lift this up, it shuts itself off. So it's got all kinds of safety features. So I have used that before, so I'm not too worried about it.
8 hours later.
Current situation. Just got up. It's late. It's 9:30. Although we did lose an hour coming here, so it's for us 8:30. But we knew today we were going to sleep in, so I'm still a mess. Haven't had a shower yet. We've got some biscuits going in the convection oven, and I'm gonna make some eggs shortly, and then we'll get off and do our adventures. I think we're going to take the dog for a little bit of a I can't. So I started to spell W-A-L-K because if I say the word, somebody starts to go crazy. So we haven't really cleaned up yet. We're still in wake up mode. But I wanted to kind of show where we were also. So we're at St. Joseph Peninsula State Park. And if you look at the map here, this is the peninsula, obviously, coming off of St. Joe. This box represents the park where we're staying. And then this is a detail section of the park. And the campsite, the campgrounds are up over here, this loop here. And then zooming in again from there, we are site 15 over here. So there's nobody directly across us, which is nice. Originally, we were supposed to have site 41. In fact, that's the site that I reserved. And we pulled in and somebody was in there. And it wasn't like they just pulled in and we could ask them to leave. These people have clearly been there for a while. So rather than cause a ruckus and talk to the people and say, what the heck, that's the site I reserved online, we just called the office and they said, oh, we've got another site 15. And we said, fine. So that's where we're at. And as we see this morning, people are starting to get up. They're not lazy birds like us. So Kelly likes to eat bacon. I do not. I'm actually a pescatarian, not a vegetarian, so I do eat fish. But what Kelly does, which is smart, is she buys like the pre-cooked bacon. That way we don't have all the splattering going on. Now if we were cooking over a campfire, then I'd be all for the big splattering fresh bacon. But since it's inside and it's a little area, it's easy just to get the pre-cooked bacon and just warm it up this way. That way you're kind of getting the pan-fried bacon taste without all the grease. We're going exploring. My favorite part. Going down a nature path. I think the nature paths, I don't think there are any loops here. It's hard, it isn't a very good trail map here, so we think this is just a out and back kind of thing. But based on where we rode bicycles yesterday, we do believe there's a road up ahead, so we can maybe come back on the road. Don't know. So here's something interesting. Kelly was looking online last night about some of the campsites here, and she discovered it listed a bunch of sites that said they were wooded and shaded. 3 years ago. Yeah, from 3 years ago. And then she remembered Hurricane Michael came through here. Like I think this was like landfall a couple years ago. So that's why all the sites are new and none of them are shaded. I mean, there are no trees at the campground. No privacy. No privacy. And even if you look here, you can see that the trees behind me, see how the tops are all, oh, Hulk just shook. He pulled my arm. You can see where all the trees are sort of lopped off at the top. That's from a hurricane where it just blasts and then they all die. So you've got all this dead wood waiting to fall. So this is Port St. Joe Bay. You could probably rent some kayaks. This is the bike rack that I bought to go on Merv, and as you can see, it sticks out quite a bit. And part of the reason is because I put this swing arm on here so that when the bikes are in position, it allows me to simply, well, if I move all this stuff, you can lift this up, pull this pin, and the whole thing, of course, swings out of position. So my theory was to do that way I can still get in and out of the back, right? And I can open it up nice and wide. But the problem is, in doing that, just pull that to close it. And this is great. I mean, this Yakima swing arm is great. It's all sturdy. And I'm within the weight ratios of everything. The bikes are heavy, the electric bikes. This rack is supposed to hold 200 pounds. Each bike is 75 pounds. So that gives me a 50-pound difference, right? Where I'm safe. The problem is the physics of it. When you're this far out, and the van already has pretty weak suspension in the back, so you get a lot of bounce. Now you're sticking out even farther, and you've got all this wiggle. So when that thing bounces, the bikes, look at that give, and we're not even going down the road. Look how much give that has. That's ridiculous. And that's without the bike bouncing. So when we hit a bump on the road, the bikes are going crazy. And I just don't know how well this is going to, even this wiggle. Well, I don't have that locked. But you see what I'm running into. So, just close this, put it up, and then down into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the swing arm so that this goes directly into here. My issue is this bolt right here. When I pull this out, I'm hitting the electric for the trailer hitch. So every time when I installed this and when I'm about to take it out, I have to unscrew this and pull this all out first so that the bolt will fit in to go through. And then that means when we get home and I want to take the bike rack off, I'm going to have to do the same. And I also don't know how much room once this part, because that's this where this bolts in, once this is here, am I going to be able to get my hoses and things into my storage area there? These are all questions. So here's my after efforts that I did. So I took the swing arm out, which I've placed right there on the ground. Thanks for watching over that, Hulk, I appreciate it. And now I put this directly in to Merv without the swing arm, because the swing arm I didn't need anyway because there was so much space there. Now check this out. I did a temporary, I just wedged some plastic like drywall screw covers that I had in there temporarily. Remember the before wobble? Check this after wobble out. Nothing. And I tightened everything else up. Now this will tighten up. I haven't tightened the one bottom bolt yet. And this should make a huge, look at that. There's no bounce when I push on it now. I mean, it'll bounce with Merv, but it doesn't have that extra bounce. And two other things. One, this actually clears that, so I can completely open this when there are no bikes on there. And two, I reversed the bolt here because I've always had to take this off to get because the bolt's too long. I can't just put it in like this. I had to back it in, but just coming in this way, because this is threaded on both sides, so I was able to come in from this side, and I won't have to take this off to unscrew that to take it off anymore, which is huge. So all in all, this was a great fix. So this is the boardwalk up from the campground. It's going to go over the dunes and down to the beach on the Gulf of Mexico. What you think, Kelly?
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, because this is right from our, this is just, what, 30 yards?
Right there.
30 yards from where we're camping, this boardwalk. It's beautiful, Clark. Yeah, that's a beach. So I would say tide is out, maybe? Wow, this is really something. Just walking along the beach. Okay, so we came in from having a nice fire, and we're just starting some dinner now. It's some gnocchi we got cooking up, doing it in the pan as opposed to boiling them. And we're going to have some gnocchi and some salad, and that'll be dinner tonight. We're having sort of a late dinner tonight because we had a fire outside for quite some time just to keep warm because the temperatures are dropping. And I guess I'll have to go out still to walk the dog, but it's 7:50 right now. This won't take but another 10 minutes and then we'll be eating, so that's good. Had a fantastic day outside. I think I'm feeling very tired from the wind and the sun and everything because it was such a beautiful day today, but yeah, so that's dinner plan tonight. Oh, and we got some of this These gnocchi are mushroom filled. And then we got some of this wild mushroom and sage olive oil that we're going to sprinkle on top as well. So it should be delicious. Looking forward. And then with that, we've got some Caesar salad just from a bag. Easy peasy. No reason to make things difficult tonight. And unfortunately, we realized we don't have a bowl to cook the salad, to mix the salad in, so I'm just putting the salad literally in a pot. And we'll mix it in there, but that's fine. Whatever. Good morning, everybody. So it is Monday, the 15th and of January, and we are heading home. It's like 9, it's 10:30 Florida time. So we're just gonna head home now, and that is the end of our trip, right?
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So hit the like button, please subscribe, and we'll come back to you with some more adventures in the future. Right, Hulk?